No one expects a Hollywood legend's name to surface in tragedy, especially not like this. But in the early hours of New Year's Day, a devastating headline quietly began spreading. Tommy Lee Jones' daughter, Victoria Jones, was found dead. She was only 34. And what unfolded next left fans stunned, confused, and searching for answers. Victoria was discovered inside a luxury hotel room in San Francisco, the kind of place associated with celebrations, not final goodbyes. Emergency responders were called in the middle of the night for what was described as a medical emergency. By the time help arrived, it was already too late. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities were quick to say there were no immediate signs of foul play. No forced entry, no struggle, just silence. And that silence is exactly what has fueled so many questions. Because while officials haven't released an official cause of death, early dispatch details began circulating almost immediately. Reports claimed the 911 call referenced symptoms consistent with a possible OD situation, including physical changes often linked to oxygen loss. To be clear, this has not been confirmed. But once that detail surfaced, speculation online exploded, and suddenly, people weren't just asking what happened that night. They were asking what had been happening in Victoria's life for years. Most people only knew Victoria Jones as Tommy Lee Jones' daughter, but that label never told the full story. She grew up around Hollywood sets, quietly appearing in films like Men in Black 2 and The Three Burials of Melquiades Estrada. Acting wasn't just something she tried, it was something she lived alongside her father. Tommy Lee Jones once spoke proudly about her presence on set, calling her sharp, observant, and naturally talented. But unlike many celebrity children, Victoria didn't chase fame. She drifted away from the spotlight, choosing a more private life. And that's where things became complicated behind the scenes. Reports suggest Victoria struggled for years. Friends and court records paint a picture of someone battling inner demons far away from red carpets and premieres. In 2024 and 2025, she faced multiple legal issues in California, including drug-related charges and domestic dispute allegations. She pleaded not guilty, and several cases were still pending at the time of her death. For fans just learning about this now, it feels like pieces of a puzzle coming together too late. What's even more heartbreaking is that her family reportedly tried to intervene. Court documents reveal that Tommy Lee Jones once sought a temporary conservatorship, hoping to get his daughter into treatment and protect her from further harm. The request was later dismissed, but it showed something important. This wasn't neglect. It was concern, a father trying to save his child. A system that couldn't move fast enough, and that's what makes this tragedy hit harder. Because if the rumors are true, and again, they remain unverified, this wasn't a sudden spiral. It was a long, quiet struggle happening out of public view, as news of Victoria's death spread. Reactions poured in online, shock, sadness, and a haunting pattern fans have seen too many times before. The children of famous parents, fighting battles the world never sees. Fame can open doors, but it doesn't shield anyone from pain. Sometimes it isolates them even more. The Jones family released a brief statement thanking supporters and asking for privacy as they grieve. Tommy Lee Jones himself has remained silent publicly. And honestly, that silence says everything, because no matter how tough his on-screen roles were, no matter how unshakable he appeared in films, this is a loss no performance prepares you for. Victoria Jones wasn't just a headline. She wasn't just a rumor. She was someone's daughter, someone's past, someone who once had a future full of possibility, and now she's another reminder that behind Hollywood's brightest names are real people, real struggles, and sometimes tragic endings no one can rewrite. If there's one thing this story leaves behind, it's a question worth sitting with. How many battles are being fought quietly, even in the most famous families? Rest in peace, Victoria Jones.